opening statement from Coach Williams, and then we'll open it up to questions. Coach?
As you all know, first team win, first organization win. This is for all of us that have worked so hard. Ticket sales, stadium operators, Jeff here, ownership, obviously every single coach, every single player. And how about that Kansas City community that really boosted us in the last few minutes today when we needed that help. So first organization win. I am exhausted, but I'm very, very proud of every single person in our organization.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions now. If you have a question, just use the raise your hand feature or send me a note in the chat. Coach, let me just go ahead and get started here. The win you talked about, it's a big weight lifted off your shoulders. What brought it about? You said you talked about it the last 3 weeks, something's building. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, just the mentality of these players in practice. You know, they're keeping us as a coaching staff accountable. They are very competitive with each other, and you could feel it. You could feel it. There've been too many games that we were in games and just were not able to get over that finishing line. So today we were able to do that. In the past, you know, we would lose that discipline a little bit perhaps and giving a late goal away. Today we did not do that. Got to be honest, I wasn't too excited when I saw 7 extra minutes to be played. And but every one of them played today like they've been practicing for the last month.
All right, thanks. Up first is Haley Lewis, KSHB.
Coach, just want to ask you what that means for your players' resiliency to go through all that they have this year, all the changes that you guys have made, and then to be able to fight through tonight and hold on to that lead.
Yeah, absolutely. They're warriors. They're battlers. They were, you know, as a coach, right? You work on tactics all week. You work on just discipline and thinking about the game, and you study the game. You watch so much film. But sometimes it's also about rolling your sleeves up and go to work as well. And every single one of those players today did that, but also just the joy on their faces at the end. It was great to be part of that.
All right. Thanks, Haley. Up next, Stephanie Yang, The Athletic.
Thanks, Jeff. Steph Young from The Athletic. Coach, I want to ask you to unpack a little bit. You talked about, you know, your players would lose discipline earlier. How do you and the staff approach that, you know, because it seems like more of a mental than a tactical issue. How do you approach that with this group, you know, sitting there as the wins, you know, the lack of wins go by and add up?
Yeah.
Basically, you know, how do you approach it?
Sure. It's attention to detail, right? Every part of practice, every part of film, we have to make sure that we do our due diligence in preparation. And you know, that's as much, when I say lack of discipline, and that's not these players in any way. That's as much coaching as anything else. So it's all of us. So that like this win is all of us now, and it was all of us when we weren't winning too. So we work hard. We work hard in preparation, but it just wasn't it. And I think anybody that's watched us know that we were very competitive in a lot of games, and we've always felt, and we'll see what happens with the next game, that if we win one game, that we can get on the run. And so we got the one under our belt. Let's see what we can do next week.
Coach, as to that, is there a feeling maybe that, you know, you guys have come so close now, you're over the line. It's kind of that mental thing where, like, you know, it can be done now, so it gets easier to do in the future?
You know what? I hope so. But next game, We just got to take the next game. We're playing North Carolina. We're playing against a team that was very hot today, and it's a good team. We just played against very good team, and then we got North Carolina next week, another great team. So those are all challenges that we'll have to have, but we'll go in there with some confidence for sure. Now, more confidence than we had a couple of weeks ago, perhaps. But I don't know how much questioning of ourselves that we've done. We've evaluated ourselves. We've evaluated our strengths. We've evaluated our weaknesses, and we try to scout against ourselves sometimes. So we'll go into the next game feeling good today and feeling good tomorrow about it. But we're going to focus on the next game too. A little cliche there, but that's exactly how we got to take this.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Steph. Up next, Danny Welniak, KCTV.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, you may have already touched this, but can you go back through Victoria's goal for me and kind of how that unfolded?
Danny, can you say that again? Jeff, I'm not hearing this very well.
Yeah, no problem. Can you
hold on one second, if you don't mind. Get the volume up a little bit here. There you go.
Go ahead, Danny.
Can you take us
Much
back
better.
through Pickett's goal and how that kind of evolved and unfolded?
Honestly, no, because this is my memory of it all. You know, we were building momentum too. To be honest, I thought we were playing very well for most of that game. I thought we had the better of the game, and as the game was getting towards that time when we scored, I thought that we were really building momentum at that point. And what I remember from it is the ball bouncing in and around the box, and she was sharp enough to get on the end of it. And that's who she is. She's very explosive over short distance, and I think it took a deflection on its way in. But I don't remember too much about the building, if I'm being honest.
For sure. And having Abby Smith back in goal, I think, is a pretty big deal. How great was it to have her and then to be able to shut out OL Reign, who's been pretty hot lately?
Yeah. It's, hats off to her for sure. And, but it's not one player, right? It's not her fault when we concede 2 or 3 goals. And same thing here. We defended well as a team today. I think our front line defense was awesome. I think we played 4 in midfield today, and I think that caught them a little bit unorganized. They were expecting a different formation from us, but I think that we defended as units, as packs, and we were able to get the matchups defensively that we were hoping for.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Steph, did you have another question?
Oh, no, sorry. It's just my little hand is still up. Sorry
That's
about
all
that.
right. Any other questions for Coach? Yes, Alonzo, Area Sports Network.
Thank you, Jeff. Coach, congratulations. I wanted to wait 3 more minutes, but Sporting Kansas City is close. Is 2 minutes away for another victory. It will be the first time in history that Kansas City women's soccer and Sporting KC winning the same day. Both could be with clean sheets. How much?
Nice.
How much mentally this impact in the team, especially what you mentioned in that you beat the All Reign, that when they were under the coach Sammy, they were winning the last 5 games out of 6.
Yeah, you know what? It was certainly was not a coaching thing for them. I don't think well, definitely wasn't. Laura Harvey, one of the best that's ever coached in this country. So it was one of those games for them. They were perhaps not at their best, but I think a lot of that is down to us. We did not allow them to be at their best today. And very, very proud of how we played against the top team. And this should give us confidence, right? If we're able to do well against a team like this, then there's not many teams in this league that's better than OL Reign, that's for sure.
All right, thanks, Alonzo. We're gonna go ahead and let Coach go.
Can I just add one thing?
Yes.
Jeff? So I heard a lot of people have been texting me that there was a stat out there that I'm the oldest coach to win a game. Surely Rory Dames has to be older than I am, right? Has to be. Can somebody please tweet that and make sure Warwick Games reads that, please.
We'll get our fact checkers on that. Thanks, coach. We're gonna let him go and we're gonna come back in just a few moments with a few players.
Thank you.